Well, I think the darn camera decided to start on its own. That was kind of unusual. Smartphones. Yeah, they got me. They really do. I want you guys to have a nice 4th. We're going to probably do a 4th of July video of some sort. Probably tomorrow. But I'd like to get Cullen in it. Today is about chainsaw bars. I popped in the shop just to get some tools to work on Barb's Jeep. Oh yeah, brake lines from the front to the back. You know how that goes. I'll be all darn day. I actually have got a half a day in a darn project anyway, but I got right down to the point where that although wheel cylinders in the rear are good, you can't get the darn bleeders out because the last guy did it with vice grips quite a while ago. They're stripped, got bleeders. We know what to do. Been there, done that. So that being said, let's jump right into it. Now, Dave CCC has really stepped up to the pump this time. He's gave this channel a lot of stuff, a lot. He's an awful good guy. Now I'm gonna tell you what this topic is. The Canon superbar is a 24-inch, 4 steel. We have the adapter to put it on a Husky. It's a little dealy bobber there. He sent it for me to try. I've used Canon bars in the past, logging. I found they were a little heavy, but if you're running like old Dave there in the corner of this 394 sitting here on the stove, you're running that size saw, it's nice to have a stiff bar, it really is. And something that's got a nice hard edge, really, you know, right here. That's important, as long as it doesn't flake. But this one shocked the heck out of me. This bar really did. I'm going to warn you guys, the price of this bar will make the dog gag. Yeah, no kidding. They're not cheap. I don't know the exact price. I know they're over $250. For 24-inch. I run 24. Mostly. So, I want to do a physical matchup to another awesome bar. Will I run this one on one of these big saws? Yeah, I will. But I noticed they flex just a bit. If you're not careful with your bore cutting and you're lifting your saw up like everybody does, you'd have a tendency to do that. Concentrate on not doing that in the bore cut, and you're fine. Do I like these bars? I love these bars. These come from B-Ray Farms. He donated this to the channel, and it is wonderful on the 70cc class saws. I love them right to death. Tsumara does make a hard bar. It's not a lightweight. Okay, lightweight bars are a trick to build. But let's go through a few things here. The first thing we really need to know is the weight, isn't it? So I got my little scale out here, and it's in ounces, and it's 0. I'm just going to go ahead, and I'm going to put the known lightweight king. This is the known lightweight king. We're going to put that right on the scale. So we get a nice... I'll show you. 42.3. That's ounces, guys. 42.3 ounces. Okay, that's not bad, is it? Okay, now what we're going to do, we are going to do the weight test. Now realize I don't care about weight on this bar. Big saw, gotta have a strong bar. But they call it a duralight. Let's just see if it really is. I know it's heavy, I can feel it. Remember, 42.3 was what the tsumara bar was. Look at that. 43.76 ounces. 43.76. That isn't a lot of difference, is there? No, it's not. Surprising. Shocking. Absolutely shocking. Okay, now what we want to look at, there's more to just the weight of a bar, for good use. Now, I have absolutely no complaints whatsoever on these Tsumara bars. I really don't. Let me get to digging here. I think I need to start up the air pressure, actually. But there's a few things you need to know. Let me get a pick real quick. And I'll just turn this down here and see if we can't show you everything I want to show you all in one shot here. Okay, now, oil hole in the bar. How good is oil? One thing I noticed, these bars really oil nice. That right there is a substantial oil hole. If I can get the darn thing to tune in on it. Okay, right here. That is substantial. That's a nice hole. Yes, that goes straight into the bottom of the groove. That's the Tsumara. So we know that Tsumara bar oils like crazy. The Canon has this type of hole. Slotted, more like a steel. Half as big of a hole. But see the slot right in here? So, I think the Tsumara wins on the size of oil hole, where it picks the oil up from your chainsaw and delivers it to the bar. But I also know that this Canon bar hole is ample big enough. Now, we ran into, and I don't think I have one here handy, the steel bars, the original steel bars, did not have a big enough hole. We used to re-drill them. We did. Now, if you found that this Canon bar was not quite oiling enough, yeah, you can do a thing. You can open that hole up. Necessary? Nope, it's not necessary. Now, something I like, a lot of bars have a tip that you can't grease. I know the value of being able to grease that every morning. And this is in a production environment. So, and I run them all day. But if you can't grease them, you can't. You just run them. I've had them last a long time. But I prefer to be able to push the sawdust and grit out of that bearing in your tip. Okay. Quite wonderfully, Tsumara bars have a greasable tip. See the hole? They have enough rivets to hold that bar together. That's something. Here's the rivets right here, all the way around. They got a nice pattern on the rivets, actually. So that's good. So there's another plus for the Tsumara. But this is a different concept. This is greasable too. Right there's a grease hole. Canon bars are greasable also. Now, I like this approach quite well. It's a single rivet. It's a big rivet, but it's inset quite deep into the bar. That's very nice. Sometimes a tip design like this will loosen a little bit. In fact, I think you'll feel these just a tiniest bit of shuck sometimes after you use them. It's nothing to worry about. But I think more rivets are better. I'm being honest about this. I think more rivets are better. It really does. Nothing wrong with the way the canon's set up. Surprising, shocking, it's absolutely shocking what they did to these Canon bars, the Duralight, to get that close to a tsumara. That's freaking close. That really is. It's absolutely amazing. But what it is, this whole area here is lightweight material. All that. I don't believe they sacrifice strength. Whereas the tsumara has these inserts. These used to fall out. These don't anymore. When we first started using these tsumara bars, I tried them because ounces or pounds at the end of the day. I'm telling you. I like a shorter bar setup. I match the bar to my trees. If I got all day long, I'm cutting 20-inch trees. They got a bell on them. You need a 28-inch bar. You know that. Here in the Northeast, because we're cutting flat on the ground. So that's why we don't use full wrap handles. The hardwoods are too valuable. If you're not cutting that, don't worry about it. Profile, chain profiles. Let's just see. I'll match some tips up. Okay. In the tsumara, you have, in this area, it's more of a taper than the Canon bar. The Canon bar is a little better suited to running an 8-pin sprocket than the tsumara. Do you run an 8-pin? I do sometimes. Even on a 44, I'll run an 8-pin. It depends on what I'm cutting. If you're into something really badass hard, you're running a 7-pin sprocket on anything. I'm warning you that. Like 66 bag, a lot of times I'll run an 8-pin sprocket, and they'll pull them good. 394, I run an 8-pin. Do I run more than that sometimes? Oh yeah, just playing around. If you're just blocking up chunks with your buddy and, you know, cutting 12-inch pine squares or something, throw a 9 or a 10-pin on there. It'd go like hell. You're not working. You're just zipping through softwood. Anybody can make a fast cut in softwood, can't they? So, these bars are impressive. I believe these tsumaras, they're generally $80, $90. Okay, 24-inch bar. Okay, when you're looking at 2.5 to 3 times the money for the Canon, I already said the tsumara runs good on the 70cc, but you can run them just fine on a bigger saw. Just be aware that it'll bow some. Let's give this a bow test. We haven't done that one yet. I don't know. I'm going to try to use equal pressure. This is the Canon. Just where it takes up the tension. Just about that much. Okay? If you were right there and you grabbed it, you'd see what I'm talking about. We'll try the tsumara. Definitely, for the same amount of pressure as it's a looser bar. Okay. We expected that, didn't we? Yes, we did. You know what was funny about this? Dave sent me from CCC this Canon. I actually wanted to try one. Thanks, Dave. Brock Bradley, B-Ray Farms. Thanks for the tsumara. Scary how close the weight is. This bar has about twice the tension. Okay? Twice of the tsumara. Now, we're going to be barring these saws up here soon, and we're going to be running. We got several of your guys' done. I'm not going to mention them right now. We're just going to show you. and we'll be running sauce here. I think things are getting caught up. Once I get Barb's Jeep done, I will be out here in the shop some. And we're not done with everything that needs to be done, but we're getting a lot closer. I'll tell you one thing, the greenhouse went nuts this year. I should show it to you, shouldn't I? My tomatoes are fantastic. We've got greens in there, some beets, Swiss chard. Swiss chard takes the heat where the spinach don't. We planted early spinach on the money. Didn't last a long time. We picked it 4 or 5 times, started a bolt, rip it out, throw the beets in. Beets will carry right on through fall now. I didn't get anything planted till, the 2nd of June? Something like that. I think I had my tomatoes in the greenhouse a week before that. We did different things with the greenhouse this year, quite honestly, which I'll show you when we make that video. Everything's growing awesome up here in the Northeast. We're finally getting a little cool down and some rain. That's good for the sweet corn. I got my sweet corn in June 2nd. Yeah, that's what I did. Now, it's supposed to be knee-high by the 4th of July. Well, a week ago, it was ankle-high. But a few of the plants are going to make it to knee-high, if you can believe it. Thank God for Miracle Grow, right? Yeah, I'm not kidding you either. So, with this thing with these bars, I thought was quite interesting. I want to talk to you about a few things. Those of you that are steady in this channel, I like to ask you things about this point in the video because the people are just flipping by, get bored, they watch for 5 minutes and they're gone. You regulars are here still. I thank you for that. I want to make some changes. It is good for YouTube demographics to make 30-minute videos. That's what they want you to make. You know what dawned on me? I've been thinking, when I'm working on stuff, I'm thinking about what can I do for you guys. When I look something up on a video, specifically by word patterns, I'll get them 30-minute, I'll get them 5-minute, I'll get them 3-minute, I'll get them 12-minute. If I want to know something, I'll probably watch that 5 or 6-minute video, decide that guy didn't have all the information. I'll watch the 10 or 12-minute one, and that guy nailed it. I don't want to freaking click on a 30-minute video just to find out how to change a wheel on something that you never seen or some stupid thing. Work on your lawnmower, whatever it is. So, I'm not here for the money. That's why I don't do super chats. I am not bleeding money out of the masses. I'm just not going to do it. Do I need the money? I'm the poorest than you ever seen. I really am. But it's not my style. It just isn't, you know. I believe a man ought to earn what he gets. And I don't want to feel like a TV evangelist preacher, you know, hey, send me your money. No, and I'm not going to fawn all over you in a super chat either. I'm just not that guy either. So we better not just go down that road. I want to get into on a weekend, probably Saturdays is best for me. Maybe we'll do some live stuff. So I want to make some shorter videos. And instead of making, let's say we want to keep the views up, which right now they're in a handbasket from hell. We haven't been doing anything. So shorter videos is what I'm thinking. Just make 2 a day, right? Or 3 a day. When I'm out here, I have many little projects I'm doing in a day, other than the big builds, like that Blue Thunder. That was major. That's one that I really want to cover to show you guys what everything I ran into and what we did to fix it. Freeporting was a bad one. Too long in intake timing was the second thing that happened to that. You know, it's an MS660 Chinese clones, blue. You guys know the deal. What I did about it, that's what you need to know. Things that I've just done this so long, cut timber so long, I don't even think about sharing everything. I really don't. I just take it for granted, you know. But give me some examples of what you would like to see in videos of how-tos. You know, what have I ran into? How do I need to explain things better in a short video? Something that anybody's going to click on. How long should the video be? Well, we don't have a choice sometimes if it's kind of a deep topic. But how long should the videos be? Jump right straight into it. That's what you got to do. Jump right into it. I know that. I like to do my the bulwark at the end, you know. That's where it's more fun. We do have a story coming up, just not today. I got one I've been wanting to share for a while, and I'm gonna. I'll never run out of them. There's 60 years old. There's just so many things happen. All you gotta do is remember them, you know. Something's got to jog my memory. So, what do you want to see for videos? What do you want to cover? It don't have to be about just chainsaws. I do just a little bit of everything. You got something specific in mind? At any time, just put it in the comments. Hey, Harv, make a video about your whatever, clutching your tractor, or how to change a wheel bearing in your old truck or something, you know. Yeah, I probably got one going bad in one of these darn trucks. Got 3 of them. So, little examples like that. My peach trees, I planted Albertas 4 years ago. 3 years ago. Is it 3? It's almost 4 years ago. I planted them in the fall. I remember that. They're going nuts. Alberta is a cold climate peach. It's a wonderful peach. So we live here in Western New York in a cold climate. We've seen way colder than 20 below zero before. Fahrenheit, of course. There's a way to plant them to ensure success, which maybe we'll get into that if there's interest. But the tree is so many peaches on it. So many. And they're doing good. They're doing really good. There's a lot of you regulars that leave awesome comments from all over the world. I have not been where I can answer many, but we need to start. But there's going to be a video coming up here soon of answering some of these comments that are hugely important. Keep asking them. I do read all the comments. My emails are all screwed up. Since I got my new phone, I don't know what the heck happened. Even on my tablet. I get some of them, then I don't get. In fact, there's emails that I've been waiting for, and I haven't got them. And then there's a whole bunch of emails, like last week, a bunch came through that it's in the last 28 days or 30 days, some stuff like that. I got to get my son to look at that. He's been working a lot, tired at night, grumpy on the weekend. But he's my tech guy, so he's going to have to help me figure that out. I know he knows. If he doesn't know, he can figure it out. We know this. I've seen a lot of new saw builders popping up that are really doing good work. I'm not into showing you who they are until I've kind of see how they do things. I do not require anybody to do exactly what I do. I do not. That's not it. If I'm going to recommend a channel, I want it to be good content. Give them a little time to get their act together with a camera. If you're trying to do new YouTube, and the camera thing is what sucks the worst, trying to get them views. Get something, get a good camera, get a good phone, do something. And you're better off. But I'm going to tell you what most people do wrong, in my eyes. And they don't get close enough with their view outside. They don't do enough camera views, just move it around and explain what's going on. They don't explain what's going on very well. I did the same thing, and I probably still do to some extent. It's a growing thing. It's a natural process of learning about this. So if you think you got a topic and you want to be a YouTuber, be polite and pleasant. get the information out there, and get your camera right up to nice camera views, and learn how to edit. I suck at it. I have Cullen do my editing. Well, I've got a program on this phone that I can edit. It's kind of a cheesy, cheap, easy way, and I do use it, and I can maneuver through it. And I'm a nuts and bolts guy. I'm sorry. Do I want to learn? Oh, absolutely. I want to learn. Right now, I can't got time to make videos, let alone edit them. You know what I mean? We had people a month ago here. We have the footage to show you, but Mikey Yo-Yo's daughter made posters, and I didn't expect this. I did not know they was doing it. We had Eric Nelson and his wife, and we had Daryl Burgess, Lane Burgess down, personal friends. It was not an official thing. Well, Mikey Yo-Yo's daughter, along with help from Daryl, come up with that poster and kind of made it an event. And we got t-shirts. Thanks so much for everybody involved in that. Like I said, it was not official. It was not unofficial. It was just people getting together that can here. That's what it was. Should we make it some kind of an official thing? I'm talking about it. I am. We don't know when they're ever going to have another bucket stock, or if they are. So, should we do something here close? I'd like to get it where that we could have other channels that could participate too. But I mean, it's not necessary. But I really think that it'd be nice. Stump Jump, right? I'd like to have him around. He's a hard-working fella, and he does good. He really does. So I'd like to do something with him. I have not talked to him about it, so, But if you know of other YouTubers that do what we do here, or close enough that we could just conglomerate two channels together, I think that would be kind of nice. Because then you got two channels sharing the workload of it. I would like to see it with just like a minimum donation. I don't think, it depends on what you want to do, guys, if we do this. But just a minimum donation would kind of help ease some of the financial pain. But there's logistics involved that would have to be figured out. That's a strong suit for me. I'm not too concerned with it. But maybe next year we'll invite a bunch of people. It might be something we do. We'll talk about it. We will. We'll talk about it. Guys, I gotta get back to her Jeep. She's uptown with Colin. And if I'm not working on that when she pulls in that driveway, yeah, my supper's ruined again. Been happening a lot lately. I keep getting sidetracked. I'm like a little kid or something. But I just wanted to let you guys see these bars. I mean, that's really what I did. Thanks, Brock, Dave at CCC. Thanks. That's Chainsaw Conservation Components. That's what CCC is. You can look them up. Just type it in. Okay, that's it. See you later.